Hello, all. Welcome back for some more Elder Scrolls Online. The event is going on where you get a free trial of ESO Plus. That's the paid subscription type thing. What's this? Damn! Okay, Blue's on and she's on. God, feels like it's 8 degrees in my room. That's with a window open.
What do you want?
I have been a soldier all my life, but never have I seen such a dreadful turn of events. Prince Naaman? An army of undead. It's fortunate Camorin sent the Vinedusk Rangers, because there are simply too few Dominion troops to defend the city. Talk to the Vinedusk. Bodring is in command here. He'll know best what needs to be done. May the gods be with you, friend. May the gods...
Help shore up these walls, or we're all... It's ugly and getting uglier out here. As our living soldiers fall, the ranks of the dead swell. At this rate, we'll all be fighting for the other side by tomorrow's dawn. And that's not even the worst part. It's Prince Naaman. Poor old boy's been raised from the dead himself, but he's not himself. No trace of the hero Irene says he was in life. He's pure evil now, and from what we can tell, he's the one leading the undead army. I haven't a clue, and I don't have time to worry about it. We need to focus on the living, not the dead. Main Akuzri and several soldiers are stranded in the old merchant tunnel up the northern path. Think you could get to them? If you see any soldiers in need, help them out. Anyone who falls, the Heritance will just raise them to fight against us. But the most important thing is getting to the main, though. He dies here. That's one more blow to the Dominion. I don't know. I haven't seen him myself, but I can't tell you how many soldiers have fled from the forest, terrified and bewildered, mumbling to themselves about Naaman. To hear them tell it, the prince, or whatever he's become, is everywhere.
What I need to do is go down here and take care of these missions right here.
Gold may be the root of evil, but we all need...
No! Kill!
God, I'm just starting dripping sweat now. Fuck, man.
Advance!
God damn it!
The incessant clamor of the undead at the gate finally stops, and you come through the gate. It is a relief to finally see someone new from among the living. Is Akusri correct in thinking you have come to our aid? Good, very good. The tunnel is cleared then, yes? Akusri is eternally grateful. He can make it back to Marbrook and send reinforcements to hold the tunnel. The far greater concern is discovering what has prompted the undead to attack. Yes, this one saw the prince with his own eyes. He is no longer Naaman though. He has been raised and possessed by some darkness. Even so, Akusri does not understand. The prince ordered his forces to attack, and then he disappeared. No one knows, but if destroying Marbrook were his goal, you would expect the prince to remain, yes? No, the prince planned something else, and his plans must be uncovered. You are clearly capable. I think you should undertake this task. You must consult with Indenir. He has already been considering this question. Akusri must warn you. Indenir is very strange, even for a Bosmer. But this one has never met an elf with such understanding of nature. Come, let me introduce you. Engineer, the tunnel is finally clear. Aku's Re will return to Malbruk and send soldiers to reinforce this location.
Yes, that makes sense. Perhaps it's better if I go out into the pass and try to discover why Naaman ordered the undead to attack in the first place.
Yes, both of you go. Find out what Naaman is planning and report to Malbruk. Don't try to do all this on your own. And of course, may bright moons light your path.
I appreciate the main sentiment and the support of the Dominion, but ultimately, it falls on us to protect Valenwood. Since the Sylvanar's death, I get the sense that Queen Irene feels she owes us something, but we Bosmer are not helpless. Of course not, and I'm grateful for your assistance. It's true that I can't do this alone. I just think marching the entire army into the forest would be a mistake. Come though, we mustn't tarry. We must discover the Shade's true motivation. I don't think it's that simple. The Shade has assumed Naaman's form. It retains some of Naaman's memories, but it's a different entity now, with different motivations. The Shade is undead, so we must consult the dead to discern its intentions. Drilladun Pass is old. Many Bosmer died here, and some cannot be raised by any magic. They are the accursed souls who violated the Green Pact. Come with me and we will try to commune with them. Perhaps they will know what the Shade truly plans. I've been underground too long. I can't wait to get back out into the forest. I think we're in luck. Though most of the local wildlife has fled from the undead, the torchbugs have remained. Many people do not know this, but torchbugs are among the most perceptive creatures in the forest. They're amazing. I can ask one of them to lead you to the remains of the cursed dead. If you can find the skulls or some such, bring them to the stone table. I will go ahead and prepare so we can commune with them. Just trust me on this. It'll work. You'll see. Let's see if I can speak to this one. Come here, little one. Yes, that would be so helpful. Thank you. Off it goes. Follow it to find the skulls and then meet me at the stone table.
It upped and fucking disappeared.
Now, kill!
boy.
Molag Bal, master of domination, spread the seeds of strife and discord in these mortal realms.
You who were condemned, hear me. Your only hope of being released is to tell us why the dead have been risen.
Ha! We need no release. The Shade of Naaman heralds a new age, an age where we will be restored, and you are the ones who will be judged.
Hold on, how do you know that? Did the Shade actually tell you that?
He doesn't have to. When the forest is transformed, who do you think will inhabit the Shadowwood? We will.
Naaman does not have the power to release any of you, but I do. Help us and you'll have your chance at freedom.
I'll tell you, don't listen to that fool. The Shade seeks to corrupt the forest, to create a new realm. It's called the Shadowwood.
I suspected something like this. It explains what we've seen. The Shade of Naaman does not seek destruction, it seeks transformation. We need to close these shadow rifts quickly. First though, I promise their souls release. Not easily, but I promise them. Since I will fulfill the sentence, I think you should decide whether any of them should be released.
We told you what you wished to know. Little good that it will do you. But we were promised release. Please, you must release me. I shifted, which is strictly forbidden by the Green Pact. I was cocky, did it to prove that I could, that's all. It was a mistake. I understand that now. Please, I've suffered enough.
It's odd to watch the slaughter of your people through the empty sockets of your own skull. My family was slaughtered by the Wood Orcs, and I burned down their village, every last structure, every last tree for revenge. I shouldn't have harmed the forest. I should have rallied my people in a morning war and feasted on my enemies.
I have no problem. They're dead.
Fool, do you not see what's upon you? Look around. The shadow will consume all Tamriel and usher in a new age. An age where the dead will be redeemed and the living will suffer. The other races laugh at us. Why do we depend on them for wood we could easily take for ourselves? The Green Pact is for the weak. We are not the servants of the forest. The Green should serve us.
It pains me to see the forest. Glad that's done. The pleading of the condemned is almost too much to bear. One way or another, they are returned to the forest. I won't question your judgment. Their fates are decided, but the fate of Valenwood is what concerns me. These shadow rifts the skulls mentioned, we must close them quickly. That's where the Shade's realm is bleeding into ours. I haven't quite figured that out. I can feel them, though. They feel like wounds in the forest. I have some small ability to mend the green, but it requires all of me. I'm going to need your protection. However many rifts they open, I will close them all, every one. Such foul creatures in my forest will not be tolerated.
Advance!
Leave the Shadow Rips alone or you will suffer for it.
I will purge this corruption from Valenwood, whatever it takes.
Desist, living one. You meddle with forces you cannot understand.
We will cleanse the forest or die trying.
To tell you the truth, I'd rather not pull die part.
You go too far. Now you will experience the Shadowwood for yourself.
What foul magic is this? Is this the Shadowwood? It is. This is what the Shade seeks, to transform Valenwood into this, a realm of darkness and evil. It's I do not know. I never imagined this realm would be so elaborate. How could he create this? Where does he get such power? We have to stop this, whatever it takes. Perhaps we can find the source of it. Yes, we must. Perhaps there is a gateway back to our realm, back to Valenwood. Someplace where life and death intersect. That's it! The stone table! I must go. I'll meet you there.
Are you saying this is the only way up? Oh, so fucking lame. Tomorrow's will be mid-80s as well.
I hope you like it here. You're about to become a permanent resident.
It seems our circumstances are even worse than I imagined. The corruption of the Shadowwood expands across the forest. I fear it's too late to contain it. We must find the Shade of Naaman himself, here on this plane, if we are to stop him. I know not, but I certainly aim to find out. First, though, you must report what we've learned to Marbrook. We need to at least keep them informed. Don't worry, when the time is right, the forest will help me find you again. Until then, be safe. Don't take long. We must press on with our efforts.
I can't believe my eyes. The undead are actually receding. For a while there, I thought you were making a last stand here. I'm betting it wasn't our brilliant tactics that drove them away, though. Conquering Marbrook wasn't their top priority, was it? Then it's as the Mane suggested. Magical forces are at work here that we can't fight with sheer numbers. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm just glad we have you and Indenir on our side to sort this out. Yes, I think maybe Ifri smiles on us after all. I wish this victory didn't feel so hollow. Other than keeping the undead at bay, it seems there's little we can do to battle this darkness. We are here to support you and Indenir, though, if you need us. Are you going to rejoin him now? That's Indenir for you. Always trying to shoulder all the burden himself. We can't let him get away with that, though. There's whispers that Naaman's actually been raised as a lich, and if that's the case, Indenir's definitely going to need you. One of the spinners said Naaman was a lich and was at Hectorheim. You and Indenir should go there too when time allows. For now, though, Indenir's bound to be in Varant Morass or Dreadful Lane. You should catch up with him. He needs you. Indenir's a real piece of work, isn't he? I always thought he was half mad. They say he has the green in his blood, but most things that man does, I just don't understand. Recently, though, I've realized just how fortunate we are to have him. Mad as he is, I thought he came from the Bramblebreach clan, but some said it was Woodhearth. Truth is, no one knows. Even heard he was raised by an old Grot oak, cradled in its roots, weaned on the dew from its leaves. He's a mystery, all right.
Okay. That's just... Nope, they're still there. Oh, there was a spot, right?
What does it take to get a I'm not paying them enough to fight orcs. They are orcs! They should be used to it. And my betrothed is out there. Yes, she's been kidnapped. Her name's Erenel. She's a wood elf. I know, a Bosmer and an Ultima. It's no wonder I can only hire orcs to help. But Erenel, she's so strong. She's like the city walls. Ah, yes. I have her flute from our courtship. We used it to meet secretly in the woods. When you play it, you hear the music from its twin. I tried to use it to find her, but I just got lost. I'm not cut out for traipsing around the woods. Remember, just play the flute and you'll hear an echo from Arenel's counterpart. Please save my betrothed. Not well, though they already accused me of having a weak bloodline. So their derision was more limited accusations of going native and the occasional off-the-cuff reference to bestiality than outright threats. Until now. It's madness, I know. But she wouldn't just get lost. She's known this forest from her youth, and the Eight know there's enough Ultima who don't approve. The Bosmer were tight-lipped, but I pieced together something about morning kidnappings, listening to rumors around town. Please help me find her.
That is beautiful. Hope I just don't get a copyright strike.
Who are you? What are you doing here? You need to get out before the others return from their raid. Why, Ifrei, he gave you the flute to find me? I'm sorry, but my old life is over. I was so absorbed in the little love-struck world we made for ourselves, I forgot mine and its needs. The fallen Esti faithful lost a tribeswoman, and as is the custom, they sought a captive in a mourning war to replace the lost. I have a new life now, a new family, new duties. It's a trial to ensure I'm a fitting replacement for the lost tribeswoman. It's nothing for me to escape these bonds, but if I flee, they will capture another. Besides, I belong here, not in that city of stone. I love Larose, but I'm a wood elf. You sound like Larose, always full of noble ideals. He's right, though. I've been afraid. I've been running from us. I'll go back to Marbrook. Maybe I'll see you there.
Excuse me.
Did you find her? Please tell me you did. Or at least that you didn't lose the flute. It's the only memory of her I have. I wish you'd accompanied her. But she is strong. Like a stampede of mammoths. I know. I should stick to administrative work. Thank you.
A search party won't be necessary, Larose. It seems you still have much to learn about me.
Arenel, I'm so glad to see you. Though your presence is something of a surprise. I should have known you'd navigate the woods with ease.
You should have, my sweet. And if you ever call me delicate again, well, those aren't words for polite company.
Indeed, my dear. You have me at a loss again.
You've reminded me of my purpose. I'm sorry I ever forgot it. I hope LaRose will forgive me.
Oh dear God. If I ever start dating, I hope it doesn't have issues like that. Who am I kidding? Me date? How do I know about that?
Hey, I know you. Indaneer mentioned you. You've come along at just the right time. Or I guess it's the wrong time. The forest that way is blighted. Indaneer's looking into it. I'm not supposed to let anyone through, but I can make an exception. Someone has to warn the pilgrims, and for some reason Indaneer won't let me enter. He's very particular about the forest. A little off, even for a Bosmer, if you ask me. I'm glad you're here. I've been trying to help these poor people, but it's futile. There's a blight here that's turned them into rabid beasts. These Bosmer may be beyond aid, but we must find a way to stop the blight from spreading. Undoubtedly, it's the corruption of Prince Naaman's shade, spreading through the forest and somehow affecting the people here. The blight emanates from the trees, which may offer us an opportunity to at least contain it using the Standing Stones. Long ago, before the Green Pact, the Standing Stones were used to protect... Stay away! It's not safe here!
Okay, I'm back. Let's try this again.
I'm glad you're here. Undoubtedly, it's the... Long ago, before the Green Pact, the Standing Stones were used to protect the people from the aggression of the forest. If we can activate the stones, it could prevent the trees from spreading the blight to anyone else. We must work quickly, my friend. Clearly, the blight doesn't affect all Bosmer. But if anyone wanders into this area, I suspect there is a strong chance they will become afflicted. Ifri forbid a scouting party of Vinedusk Rangers comes here. I can't be sure, but I suspect it's our people's connection to the green that allows us to be infected. Other races will be immune. It also seems that some Bosmer can resist the blight. For that, I have no explanation whatsoever.
Because they don't follow the Green Pact fully?
the blight attempting to corrupt my mind. I've never felt anything like this.
It's a fishing spot, huh?
Even the water here seems to be somehow tainted. The corruption has spread to these plants as well. It's like they're dead, but not dead at the same time. Ifri's bones. The corruption is coming from the den of the eldest. We need to get there, quickly. If the eldest has been corrupted, then everything in this area, every plant, every creature, and every person will soon become corrupted as well. I can't imagine how this blight can so easily penetrate the forest's protections. It is an ancient plant, a strangler. It's been here from the beginning. It's the lifeblood of the forest in this area. If the eldest is truly tainted, then regardless of the Green Pact, we must slay it. I don't think so. We must consider the significance of the Green Pact as a whole. At its core, it's a covenant in which we protect the Green and the Green protects us. In this case, we must cut off the limb to save the trunk. It's the only way. Not without assistance. After we've killed it, you must remove its heart. We may be able to use that to grow a new Strangler to take the Eldest's place.
You can destroy the Eldest, but you cannot have the heart. It belongs here in the Shadowwood. You will bring it to me.
And we find ourselves here once again. It's so unnatural. It makes me feel queasy. The Eldest's heart must be the nexus that ties this plane to ours. I suspect it is also tethered to Naaman's servant, the one who addressed us. We have no choice, though it sounds as if we risk handling the Eldest's heart back over to the enemy. Perhaps, though, we might also purge more of the Blight while we are in this realm. That might help us both here and there. The trees in the forest. The taint came from the Eldest, but it has undoubtedly spread to the spirits of the trees themselves. If we can slay the corrupted tree spirits, more of the forest may be spared. The Eldest's heart can help us. The heart's energy could help you slay the tree spirits, but I'm actually not sure that would be a good idea. If we use the heart this way, it will be corrupted. It would destroy any chance of using it to grow a replacement for the Eldest. Thank you for understanding. I do not wish to make this any harder, but I feel that compromising the Eldest's heart would be wrong. Go on then, kill the corrupted tree spirits. I will search for Naaman's servant.
Count your victories while you may. Your every step brings them home. Bring me the heart, and I will grant you a merciful death. Me. Your hopeless heroism ends here.
It wasn't easy, but we did it. We stopped the blight from spreading, defeated Naaman's servant, and we still have the heart we can use to grow a replacement for the eldest. All things considered, this went as well as I could have hoped. Thankfully, your efforts within the Shadowwood saved many of them. But there is still much corruption in the forest. I can feel it. Our work is far from finished. Here, I'll take the heart now.
Yummy. He's just trying to go for a body count. Come on, where is it?
Now, where did he run off to? Well, aren't you the bold one, running around this part of the forest? You've got to be either fearless or just plain foolhardy. Haven't you seen the undead? I'm a Vine Dusk Ranger, and I'm not even sure I'm safe here. Ah, yes, you're the one he mentioned. He'll be glad you're here. The Veiled Heritants were one thing, but the undead are too much. They're Blackroot clan. They were a cruel lot even when they were living, and now they're even worse. Don't ask me. We're at a standstill as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even sure what's at stake. Until I know more, we're hunkering down here. Indani has been running around, though. He's probably got a plan, but you two are on your own for now. You know, he comes and goes. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Did she tell you? One of the greatest mysteries of Valenwood has finally been solved. Decades of conflicting rumors have been put to rest. We finally know what happened to the Blackroot clan. They died, right here in Verlaine. Yes, once again the work of Naaman's Shade and the Veiled Heritants. And yes, I do realize we need to return them to rest, but I'm hoping we can uncover more about what happened here while we do. Are you ready to get to work, my friend? The Blackroot clan warriors are even more bloodthirsty in death than they were in life. But there are also other spirits here, glimmers from the past, crying out for help. I think they're trying to show us something. We need to watch them.
book first.
Go on if you must, but I'm going to remain here, for now at least.
Oh, there we go.
Look for the glimmers of the past I spoke of. Hopefully they will help us figure out how to put the Blackroot clan back to rest. What's that over there?
Alfirian, General Malgoth and the rest of the Blackroot troops are almost upon us.
Then it's time. Distribute the Nereid elixir and prepare to defend the village against the Blackroot.
That plan is madness!
Silence, Glonia. Our sacrifice today will ensure our sister villages live on.
I need healing!
Alfirian, General Malgoth and the rest of the Blackroot troops are almost upon us.
God damn it!
Set it ablaze! I'm hurt!
Here's another scene. Let's watch.
Elfie, I can't do this. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
It's all right, Lenril. The poison itself is slow. The Blackroot will have cut our throats long before you felt its effects. Here, we'll drink it together, and I'll fight by your side till the end.
Until the end.
Heal me!
Look, another one.
That's the last of them, General. The village is clear.
An easy victory. Verlaine is the first to fall, but there will be more. Now, per the meat mandate, let us feast on the fallen. Prepare the cave temple. It's a suitable place for a celebration.
Didn't count. Fucking A, that's so fucking goddamn stupid. Pisses me off.
Here's another scene. Let's watch.
Elfie, I can't do this. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
It's all right, Glenril. The poison itself is slow. The black root will have cut our throats long before you felt its effects. Here, we'll drink it together, and I'll fight by your side till the end.
Until the end.
Now, to battle!
That's the last of them, General. The village is clear.
An easy victory. Verlaine is the first to fall. There will be more.
On it! Fuck you, assholes.
Light it up!
Fine.
It's getting really annoying how they keep running away.
Torching! I need aid!
Look, another one.
General Morgoth, the troops. Half of them are dead. The other half...
are dying, including us. This is poison. The villagers poisoned themselves to poison us.
What do you mean?
The meat mandate, you idiot. Elthyria knew she couldn't win on the field, but she'll still manage victory. To the Nereid Temple. Perhaps we can beg a cure.
You guys don't deserve a cure, you deserve extinction.
Half of them are dead.
You're dead now. No, there's still some books left.
Here's another scene. Let's
Rise,
watch.
my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up
Why
arms.
do you command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow. It invoked the right of theft, and commanded we march against the Dominion.
By your command.
What a sacrifice. What a sacrifice. To think the villagers actually poisoned themselves in order to poison the Blackroot clan. It may be morbid, but it's also brilliant. Of course, that really doesn't help us return the Blackroot warriors to their graves, does it? From what I gathered, one of Naaman's servants has stolen General Malgoth's bow and compels the Blackroot clan to fight by the right of theft. What we need to do is steal the general's bow back, and then we can release him from his vows. We must rely on the scenes of the past. After being poisoned, General Malgoth went to the Nereid Temple. It's likely he died within. I suggest you go in and search for the general's remains. I'll continue searching for clues out here in the forest. Be wary in there. Nereids wield dangerous magic and can never be trusted. It's no surprise they helped the villagers in their suicidal plot. In fact, the Nereids probably consider General Malgoth's bow a prize. They will defend his remains. Desperation turns enemies into allies. The villagers knew General Malgoth and the Blackroot clan were going to attack, and they knew they couldn't win. Likely they asked the Nereids for help, and the Nereids convinced them this was the best course. Of course, Malgoth sought to unite all the Bosmer under his leadership. He led the Blackroot clan to conquer much of Valenwood during the Bosmer tribal wars. Then, one day, they just disappeared. No one knew what happened, until now. The Bosmer have always been free peoples, bound only to the green. Rarely have the tribes united under singular leadership, although for a period many, like Malgoth, tried. Most of the so-called wars were not fought at all, but won by trickery.
Tapping on my phone if you can hear.
Yes, General Malgoth had traveled far and wide. He had seen the greatness that comes to those who conquer through military might. That you'd not heard of him is a tribute to the sacrifice of the Verlaine Bosmer. Because it's in their nature. Death amuses them, and all the more when they can manipulate people into bringing about their own demise. As distasteful as it may be, the Nereids are part of the natural order. I just try to stay away from them. As barbaric as it seems, many clans still lived by the old traditions during the Bosmer tribal wars. Mind you, they didn't consume the bodies of the dead because they enjoyed the taste. It was a matter of tradition. Apparently so, though the tactics they embrace sound more like a Nereid plot than something the villagers themselves might have come up with on their own. For General Malgoth, that's apparently the case. For all his ambition, he was still a staunch traditionalist. It's actually quite impressive that his sense of honor remains intact, even so many years after his death. I'd say this is a perverted case. The value that Malgoth placed on his bow alone may be enough for him to want it back. Or he may be using the right of theft as a more honorable justification for his new servitude. There was fear in his voice.
Okay. Well, let's get inside here. What time is it? How big is this place? Follow the water. I'm gonna have to do this another time. Alright, I'll